Hey guys, it's me Gemstone from www.diffusionspirit.com. I hope you guys are having a really good week and month and all that good stuff. Now this is your monthly astrological reading for October. Now, yes, I want to say a big thank you to all of you guys for rating, commenting, subscribing, and for also those of you that have ordered readings and stuff that I've been working with. You guys are amazing. And I'm grateful for all of you guys. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be starting with Cancer. I'm doing the water signs now, and yes, I'm going to be doing it like I usually do. I'll start off with your professional life, then your personal life, then your spiritual life, and then I'll pull a Guardian Angel Tarot card to serve as your advice card for this month. So, what I'm seeing for you, Cancer, in your work life, if things haven't been that great, I feel like it's going to be improving for you. I feel like the environment in your work is going to be more pleasant this month. And it's almost like you're going to be happy with an outcome when it comes to the work that you do. I'm almost feeling like there's something that you've been hopeful for when it comes to your work that can come into fruition this month. If it's something like you wanted to follow your desires this month, then I almost feel like you will be. If let's say you was desiring to follow your passion in some kind of way, it's almost like whatever you are passionate about, you're going to have the opportunity to explore this month. And it seems that that people are going to be willing to pay you for whatever it is that you enjoy doing. I'm just feeling like from your cards that you're just going to get more enjoyment out of the work that you do this month, and that's something that you've been really hoping for is now looking more it's looking more positive. It's looking like, okay, there's a chance for this to actually happen. And I just feel like you're just more content overall with your work situation. You have some really nice cards for your career and work, but when it comes to your personal life, I feel like there's a relationship that is going on that is a pleasant relationship, but there might be some worries that you have about this relationship, maybe. And I feel like, again, like the issue can be something that maybe you're creating, or maybe you think is an issue but it's not really an issue. So what I would say is, don't get caught up, don't overthink things when it comes to your relationships, because sometimes we overanalyze things, and then we misinterpret things, and things just aren't quite what um they're not quite what they really are. Like it's almost like making something out of nothing. So, if there's anything you're uncertain about when it comes to a relationship, it's best just to communicate that to your partner. But if your partner basically tells you that, what, there's no issue here, then believe them, because more than likely, from what I'm seeing from your cards, there really is no issue with this partnership. And I feel like it can be a case of just being able to communicate how you feel, so that you're just more on the same page, so that there's no misunderstandings. If you are single, I think for those of you that are single, it's almost like you might be feeling like you're really in search of something this month. Maybe you're really just discovering yourself. And because you're discovering yourself a bit more, it's almost like you have some choices and decisions you have to make, maybe when it comes to a partnership. But for people, I'm not seeing anything new for the singles. But what I'm seeing for the singles is like you're almost discovering maybe more of what you want, or maybe you're really thinking about, okay, what is it that I want out of a relationship or a partnership at this time. But it's almost like you are so much trying to discover yourself that it's almost like, I think for the singles, you're not really going to be really even desiring so much of a partnership right now. But now when it comes to your spiritual cards, it's interesting that the card that shows up for you kind of shows that there are some decisions you have to make, because you might be feeling like now is a time when you are burdened with a lot of things, and it's almost like it's saying that because you might be feeling burdened, now is the time where you have to make some decisions when it comes to how are you going to manage things right now. It's about it's about knowing what you can handle. That's what it is. It's about knowing, okay, when it is too much for you, and when you can maybe get someone to help you, or what is it that you can do just to make things a bit more easier for you, Cancer, at this time. Because I sense that maybe spiritually you might just be feeling quite worn out, maybe because of day-to-day tasks, or maybe you're just wearing yourself too thin. So yes, you have to think of some ways that you can just make things a bit more manageable for you. And your advice card is running away. Okay, this one, which is the Eight of Emotion. And it says, you feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. In your heart, you know that there's more out there waiting for you in the world. It may be time to switch careers, move to a new house or city, or initiate other important changes. Do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life. Oh, that is really interesting. Because I was really feeling like in your job, you're just doing something that you really do desire. And it's interesting how it says in your heart you know that there's more out there. So from this card, it's really indicating that there's a lot of changes. There might be changes that you want to make. What is it that you want to do? What is it? Is there something new that you want to pursue? And it's interesting that it talks about being in search of things, because to me I saw that more for the singles. There was a card that came out that would really like it sort of connects with what it says in this card about exploring kind of thing, waiting for, what is it? Longing for something more meaningful in your life. So maybe that's what you're all kind of experiencing this month. What is it that is meaningful to you? I feel like in your work, you're definitely wanting to pursue something that is meaningful, because that's why you're going after what you desire this month, going after the thing that you are connected with emotionally, the thing that you enjoy, and trying to pursue that. And for those of you, like you were showing, the ones that are single, it's almost like you're exploring more of yourself, and what is it that you desire in terms of a partnership or relationship. It's almost like you're not going to be afraid to bring in new things this month and pursue something that is more in line with what your true wants are. So yes, very interesting cards. Now I'm going to move on to Scorpio. So let's see. I'm just going to fit these cards back in. Yes, and this reading is just going to be like it usually is. I'm going to do your professional life, personal life, and then your spiritual life. And I'm also going to pick a guardian angel card for you to serve as your advice card, Scorpio. So let's see what is coming up for you in the month of October. Okay. What's coming up for you? Ooh, interesting cards. All right. Okay. Ooh, interesting cards. Okay. What is coming for you in terms of your work is you are really in a position to manifest some changes. I think that you are in in that frame of mind of wanting to really, like, you have the power to influence this month. That's what the cards are saying. And it's like you're going to make a choice to walk away from a work situation. And I feel like this is something that you have really decided for yourself. It's almost like you have created a situation where you are wanting to pursue something different. It's like you want to pursue something that is more in line with what it is that you really want to do. You have the power to manifest your wants. And it's almost like you know how powerful you are this month, and you know how to use it in a way that is beneficial to you. And because of that, you might see that if something isn't in alignment with what it is that you really want at this time, you might be deciding to just walk away from it altogether. When it comes to your relationships, it's saying that there is going to be a commitment between you and somebody, and you're going to be celebrating. So it could be that something is coming through for you. It could be the birth of a child. It could be that you guys are getting engaged. Some kind of celebration is surrounding you and somebody else that you are with at this time. And it's almost like you and this person are really connected. It could even, I'm even seeing, like, if when it comes to the intimate side of the relationship, things are probably going to be very spicy. Not to say that Scorpios have an issue with being spicy in the bedroom, but it looks like that's what's kind of taking place. Which I'm not surprised, because obviously there's something you're celebrating, and I guess, the joy of the moment and the occasion and everything else can, bring about that kind of thing. So it looks really good for you, Scorpio. It really does. Something that is really joyful is coming for you in terms of your relationship. And your spiritual cards are good as well. It looks like on a spiritual level, you are really connecting with someone. I feel like this is to do with your relationship situation. It's a time where good news is coming in for you, and it's like things are just looking really positive for you right now. And a lot of it is coming from a relationship, and I think a lot of it is also even coming from your work situation. I think you're just feeling within yourself that you are really in a position to make things really good for you right now. Like, you have that choice, and it's like you're using it to be able to just be like, okay, this is what I want and this is what I want, and it's actually happening this way. So it feels like this is a month where you're going to be celebrating, and you're also going to be feeling happy about the way your life is going, because you're feeling like you're in the driving seat. And yeah, there's positive news coming for you as well with this relationship situation. That's the thing that is coming through the most. So that's really nice. It's really good. But what I would say is, if you are single, it may not be a time where you necessarily meet somebody new. The interesting thing is that if you are single, you may actually meet somebody, but you and that person, you may have a bit of problems with each other. So it's not the most wouldn't be the month for a love connection for Scorpio singles. I think the celebration more comes if you're paired up with someone. But if you do meet somebody this month, Scorpio, um yeah, they might be disagreements between you and this person. I don't know what is going to be concerning, but maybe you just might find that you and this person are just very different people, and so there might be some hiccups that show up. But don't worry about that, because your work situation looks very good. So, there's always something to be grateful for. And so it says, your card is a new beginning, which is nice. It says, you're at the beginning of a wonderful journey. There's no need to have any fear, as guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world. If you will just free yourself from that which holds you back, new opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. Oh, that's really lovely to just conclude the reading for you, Scorpio. So have a good month. So far, your cards are the best ones that have turned up. So have a good October. Okay, so I'm going to move on to we did Cancer, we did Scorpio. Now we're at Pisces. Yes, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. And this reading is going to be just the same like it usually is. It's going to be your personal life, professional life, and your spiritual life. Okay, and I'm just gonna shuffle up the cards, and we're gonna see what's coming up for you guys. And I'm also going to pull a guardian angel card to serve as your advice card for the month. So let's see. There we go. Okay, Pisces. When it comes to your work life, there is something good on the horizon for you. You might be advancing in your career. You might have the work that you do be acknowledged at this time, but there's some kind of advancement that is taking place in your job. But with this responsibility comes a lot more work. So on the surface, it might be like you're just really happy about it because obviously it's a promotion. It's really good. But it's almost like you're going to be burdened with a lot more stuff, and that side of things you might not be too pleased with, because I don't know, you might just feel like, oh my gosh, like this is a lot that I have to do. And it's almost like that might make you think a bit like, I don't know if I'm that pleased about this advancement, because it might mean that you just have less, free time because you just have a lot more on your plate, or you might be just having like a lot less assistance when it comes to the work that you do. So yeah, it's a bit mixed response when it comes to that, but still it's a positive, it's still an advancement. When it comes to your personal life, I'm feeling like I'm almost feeling like these cards are really speaking to maybe those that are single, or if you are in a partnership. It's mainly like this reading is more reflecting yourself. It's not speaking so much about someone else. So to me, it's kind of feeling like this is a month where you're doing something for yourself that it may not have anything to do with a partner. If you are in a relationship, it could even be something that you may be keeping from your partner, or it could be something that if you are single, you're just trying to put yourself first, and that's not a bad thing. It could be that there's something that you're doing basically to make yourself feel more fulfilled and whole, but it might be that you're not telling anyone about it. Like there's some kind of secretive aspect to these cards, and I feel almost like maybe one of the reasons why you kind of might be secretive when it comes to your relationships is maybe it's because of some kind of experience that you've had in the past. Maybe it's a trust issue as well. Maybe you don't feel that you can trust to tell people something, or trust to tell your loved one something. And so it's almost like you've learned to deal with certain things yourself. And so because of that, it's like you're trying to deal with the situation yourself without communicating it to someone else. It's quite interesting that those cards. but that's what I'm feeling. There's some kind of secretiveness about this, and I'm guessing if you are single, this would just say that there's something that you're doing that is mainly for yourself. It's mainly to keep for yourself. Maybe this is because maybe in the past you've had some challenging relationship situations, and now you're just sort of thinking to yourself, okay, what can I do that is fulfilling to me? But still there is something that you're not saying to others, which is interesting. And so your spiritual cards are saying that you're going through a period. It's like you're going through a new cycle emotionally. Maybe is you might be feeling um really just in tune emotionally, and it's almost like you have this wisdom about you. I mean, I believe you do. I mean, you're a Pisces and you are very connected with your emotions, and you are very intuitive, and it's almost like those kind of um abilities are going to be even more like amplified this month. And it can be harsh because it's not easy dealing with a lot of emotions at times, because I guess the positive aspect of it is that it does, you are very intuitive. But then I think the other aspect of it is sometimes when we go deep inside ourselves, it can even lead to a point of depression, or it can lead to a point of finding a bit hard to cope with some of the things that are going on with us internally. And but what I'm sensing, and it's weird because even in your spiritual cards, there's something that you are keeping to yourself this month. There's something that you don't want to reveal to others. And I'm almost feeling like it's saying, even though you're going within yourself and you might be feeling more intuitive and things, you may have to come out of that a bit in order to not get too caught up in emotions, because sometimes emotions can almost delude us into doing things or thinking things or feeling things that can confuse us, that can cause us issues. Like, emotions are great, but we don't want to be too emotional. It's like we have to find this kind of balance in the middle between logical and emotional. And I feel like this is a month where you can really be so much caught up in your emotions that it's almost like you might be even kind of irrational. And so it's like we just have to be a bit aware of that. And yeah, but there's definitely a new cycle that you're going through this month in terms of how you feel emotionally. And the card that has come up for you as your advice card is a nice one. It says manifest your dreams, and it says you're ready to go. There's no need for additional preparation. Take the first steps towards the changes you desire, even if they're small steps. Notice signs that guide you in the right direction, as well as resources and support that miraculously appear. Oh, this might be talking about your work situation, about this financial well, it says resources and support that appear, because I am feeling like you're advancing when it comes to your work. So maybe there'll be more money that comes in, obviously, with this promotion that you get. That's interesting too, because now, just intuitively, I'm just thinking to myself that that could even be, or could have something to do with this secret that you're keeping, or something that you're not saying. Maybe you get a promotion and you don't tell anyone about it, or you have more money and you don't say anything about it. But there's definitely something secretive going on. And it could be along those kind of lines. But I don't know why you wouldn't tell anyone about that, but we'll see. I don't know. This is your life, Pisces. So, yeah, let me stop being nosy. I'll try to move on. Alright, I'll see you guys. I'm going to be moving on to the next signs. So, bye.